So here's the challenge then. Can just a handful of songs turn you into a Yes fan? These tracks have converted skeptics. They've inspired prog legends and they've blown audiences away for decades. The simple question is, will they unlock Yes for you? Let's get into it. These are tracks I feel would best help someone new to Yes get to know and appreciate the band as a newcomer. I'm starting with Starship Trooper from the Yes album released in 1971. This really is a great place to start, in my opinion, and it's a perfect introduction to the early Yes sound, mixing tight vocal harmonies with adventurous instrumental passages. The song unfolds in 3 distinct sections, giving it a mini-suite feel without being too overwhelming at this stage. Now, Steelhouse guitar shines here both in delicate textures and also in those soaring riffs he's so well known for. It captures the balance between accessibility and experimentation that really made the band's breakthrough album so important. Now, next I've selected Roundabout from the Fragile album, also released in 1971. Now, this is arguably the band's perhaps most famous song. Roundabout showcases Yes's ability to make complex, progressive rock really quite radio-friendly. Its iconic acoustic guitar intro is instantly recognisable. The interplay between Chris Squire's driving bass and Rick Wakeman's keyboards again gives the track a thrilling momentum. Now, for many, this is one of the best gateways into the world of Yes. Now, this next track might be a bit more contentious, but it is a standout within the progressive rock world as a whole. I've chosen the title track from the album Close to the Edge from 1972. Now, at nearly 19 minutes, this is Yes's ultimate epic, but it never feels meandering. It flows like a spiritual journey, shifting from chaos to serenity in breathtaking fashion. John Anderson's vocals soar over some of the best's most intricate instrumental work. For newcomers, it's a full immersion into progressive rock at its most ambitious. Now, if that last selection was contentious, this next one, The Gates of Delirium from 1974, is really pushing it to the limit for a beginner. This one is a wild, dramatic ride, and it was inspired by Tolstoy's War and Peace. Now, it starts with a tense build-up, but erupts into a chaotic battle section of clashing instruments and resolves in a beautiful, serene passage called Soon. Patrick Moraz's keyboards here bring a totally different edge than Wakeman's, giving the album quite a unique flavour. It's both demanding and deeply rewarding once you settle into its drama. Now, I feel I need to calm things down a little bit next, and I've selected Awaken from the Going for the One album from 1977. Now, it is an established fan favourite and has often been described as one of the band's most spiritual compositions. There's that combination of church organ, harp and soaring guitar lines, and this creates a majestic, almost otherworldly soundscape. The song builds gradually, eventually exploding into a transcendent climax. Many longtime fans have considered it the band's crowning achievement. This was the last album of the classic lineup, and as the progressive rock movement changed emphasis, so did that of Yes. And I resume my selections now from 1983. Now, this time, I've chosen the big smash single of the day that many of you will be familiar with, newcomers as well. owner of A Lonely Heart from their 90125 album, reinvented Yes for this new MTV era with a sleek, modern sound. It features Trevor Rabin's punchy guitar riffs and really a funky electronic edge that made it a worldwide hit. Now, undoubtedly, it was simpler than their classic epics, but it did show the band's versatility and ability to adapt, really. To me, it's a must-hear to understand Yes's mainstream breakthrough. Now next, it's Rhythm of Love from 1987's Big Generator album.
The rhythm of love.
Here, Yes are leaning even more heavily into the glossy 80s rock with polished production and catchy hooks. The song balances Trevor Rabin's hard-edged guitar with John Anderson's soaring vocals, and it has plenty of energy, quite different from their earlier grandeur. Now, for newcomers, it shows that the band's pop rock side here is at full throttle. I now go for Lift Me Up from the Union album released in 1991.
Lift me up and turn me over. Lead me on.
Now, the track captures the unusual Union lineup of Yes, which really combine multiple past and present members. What it is, though, is a powerful anthemic rock song with big choruses and driving rhythms. Now, whilst the Union album really was very divisive amongst fans, this song really stands out as one of its strongest. It's a good glimpse into the band's attempt to merge their prog roots with the arena rock appeal. Now, attempting to appeal to a more modern audience really helped to shape my next choice, and it's the track Homeworld from the 1999 album The Ladder. Now, this was written partly for the video game Homeworld, and this track revives Yes's epic storytelling style. It blends that modern production with classic progressive elements, including some soaring melodies and dynamic shifts. The lyrics touch on exploration and transcendence, true to Yes's tradition. And it shows that even in the late 90s, the band could still create expansive, imaginative works. My final selection for the newcomer to Yes is the first part from the Fly From Here suite called We Can Fly, from the album of the same name released in 2011.
I sit alone, watch the rain.
Now, it's a song that opens a multi-part suite. It's echoing the epic style of the band's 70s classics. Now, produced with former member Trevor Horn, it has a cinematic, atmospheric feel. Benoit David's vocals channel the John Anderson style, but whilst bringing a fresh tone to it. It proves that even decades into their career, Yes could still deliver sweeping prog rock. So there you are, 10 Yes tracks that I believe will help someone new to this band to get a real feel for their music and style. Remember, it's not a greatest hits list. It's not a ranking list. It's an attempt to introduce this wonderful band to those who have yet to savour its elegance. Now, I do know that not everyone will agree with my selections, but this is where you can really help by adding some suggestions into the comments for me to look at. Check out the description for all important information on these various albums and purchasing links in there as well. Now, there was one of the albums that I ignored in this video, and it's the 1980 album Drama, and there really was a good reason for that. Now, I shot a video about what went on, and that's the video I want you to watch next. And I'll see you over there.